If you've been in contact with the shorts that come from TikTok, then you will notice new TikTok videos about fat acceptance. I'm so glad I personally don't have that Winnie the Pooh app, but you can still see its contents on YouTube Shorts. There's this one that I find especially creepy.
Actually, I do want to be fat because bellies are beautiful.
Why do these people always put their faces right up to the camera and breathe so hard? It's just disgusting. But anyway, this isn't the topic of today's video. It's actually more stupid.
By continuing to perpetuate that, right, seeking intentional weight loss, we are contributing to our fatphobic society.
Three kind of big buckets of reasons why someone might engage in intentional weight loss. All of those are rooted in fat phobia in different ways. First, desirability. That is kind of the most obvious when it comes to fat phobia. We currently live in a society that uplifts thinness, able-bodiedness, whiteness, cisness. If you are wanting to lose weight in order to become more desirable, you are upholding a fatphobic beauty standard. What we know is that weight is not a good indicator of someone's health, but it's really important that if you still go through with intentional weight loss, that you don't sacrifice fat liberation politics.
Yeah, they're growing dumber. One might think they reached this stage recently, but claiming that losing weight is fatphobic is actually an idea from the past decade. This video from almost a decade ago demonizes weight loss from both a body positive and a feminist stance. Anyone curious about it? Well, let's go.
Hey ladies,
the sun is shining,
the pina coladas are flowing,
and everybody's headed to the beach. You know what that means.
It's time for some fun in the sun?
No, it's time to work on your bikini body.
I may be subjective here, but who finds bald women attractive?
Before you slip into your swimsuit, you could start a grueling workout routine and manipulate your natural shape and skin tone to reach for an unattainable and oppressive idea of perfection.
There's nothing natural about being obese. There is no DNA that by default gives people a huge BMI.
Big boned isn't a thing. There are no fucking skeletons that look like the Michelin Man.
Exercising is oppression, so you claim that doing something healthy is oppressive, then why don't you complain about it to yourself? I think no one will object to you developing cardiovascular diseases and living a short life.
Or you could follow a few quick and easy tips for a self-accepting journey to the beach.
By accepting the idea of being overweight, there's a whole range of things that you're accepting.
Type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, cancer, obesity, hypoventilation syndrome, sleep apnea, asthma, erectile dysfunction, arthritis, infertility, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, dyslipidemia, gallbladder disease, depression, chronic kidney disease, and of course, death.
So if you want to commit suicide in a very bad way, well then why don't you go ahead?
Want to turn your flab into abs in just 2 weeks?
Well, that's too bad, because that's not how exercise works.
Really? You don't like the fact that losing weight takes time and effort? Well, you might as well give up. The question our ancestors were faced with is, can we survive out here in the wild? Now it's basically, do we even want to survive? I could have never imagined that an easier life would make people dumber.
And even if it did, no one else gets to tell you what your body should look like.
Fine, just don't complain when no one finds you attractive.
A lot of times when people are asked, why don't you date fat people, trans people, people of color, whatever, they will say, it's just a preference. I'm just not attracted to them. I can't make myself be attracted to someone I'm just not attracted to. The implication here being that preferences are innate, unchanging, and completely independent of any outside factors or societal norms. And therefore, that they are inherently unproblematic.
Here's an easy, guilt-free recipe for your summer barbecue.
Go to a barbecue and don't feel guilty about it.
Contrary to popular belief, your body needs food to provide energy for basic functions. That's science.
And do you know what is also basic science? You need to burn off that energy when you consume it.
Worried that your almost naked body is inappropriate for most public places?
Toss that tarp with the confidence that nothing is big enough to cover up the inequality that women have been subjected to for hundreds of years.
I feel like public nudists are going to demand additional rights now.
Now it's time for the ultimate bikini body challenge.
Read some literature that challenges the cultural ideas of what constitutes a bikini body.
Don't forget, your brain is a beautiful part of your body too.
None of these books were written by a health expert, so I would classify them as more of a coping mechanism to avoid the truth.
So while you're relaxing on the beach, casually reflecting the male gaze, just remember that everybody is a bikini body.
And aspirational tropes of beauty are 100% BS.
So there you go. As it seems the stupid side of the planet has existed for a long time, I would definitely say that you should not have TikTok, as it is incredibly stupid, and you shouldn't allow the Chinese to spy on you. Positivity is another example of this stupidity. You can easily tell that the fat acceptance movement is about image and people angry about not getting as many dates as desired. You can tell as there are only women in this movement. Take a look, there are no men.